Today I'm going to be showing y'all the best and fastest ways to earn VC in NBA 2K26.
This is the easiest that it's ever been to gain VC fast on any 2K.
If you want to go from barely having any VC to having so much VC that you can max out as many builds as you want, then you clicked on the right video.
Doing a no money spend series, you rely heavy on VC methods. But if you look online, apparently every single person is a VC method guru, with each one claiming you can hit 99 overall in a single day or make 100,000 VC in 24 hours. But we know that's cap. So that's why I'm putting to the test every single way to make VC in NBA 2K26. And I'm gonna give it a rating of 1 to 5 stars based on how good it is for me in this 60 to 99 no money spend series, and if it's worth doing if you just need some quick VC. And by the end of all these tests, I am expecting to hit 75 overall. And these tests will be conducted in no particular order, just in the way I felt like doing them. Before I start these methods, I want you guys to see I am a 70 overall with 84 VC. Yes, I'm broke. And by the end of testing all these VC methods, I want to be at 75 overall. I'm going to need 50,000 VC to hit 75 overall. So hopefully I can find a pretty good VC method. At our crew, we are currently level 7, meaning that I get a 5% VC bonus. I mean, 5% is cool, but keep that in mind while we're going through all these tests. First on our list, we have the daily spin method. Last year, players were claiming that they could get VC every time they spun the wheel simply by spamming the X or A button. Even this year, I've seen clips of people scoring big on the wheel. So if this method works, then it could potentially be a short no money spend series. Come on, please. I'll be so happy. Spamming X, spamming X. And 2 times rep. Okay. Yeah, looks like don't depend on daily spin for guaranteed VC. I'm still gonna give it 3 out of 5 stars though. I did get 2,000 VC the first time I hopped on the wheel, and you can spin it every day too. So not that bad. Next up, we have the park. The park has been around for the last 10 years, but this year 2K really made an effort to keep the park alive, so it might be a pretty good method, especially now that everybody plays in one single park and the game just dropped. So for this test, we are going to play 3 games in here and timing how long each game takes to finish along with how much VC I earn. And we're going to start the clock right now. For the first game of the test, the last thing I was expecting was to be matched up against a red plate.
The only thing that separates us from being red plates is the fact that they play more. That doesn't mean that they're better. It just means that they have more opportunity. Not a lie, if you would have hit that, shit would have been looking very wicked.
No lie, this guy was showing why he was a red plate, but Josh was getting into his bag, putting the team on his back. I didn't say I couldn't get carried for this testing. More of a realistic look, and Lord have mercy. We're actually keeping a pretty good lead right now, and for you guys claiming that I have terrible defense, that is true, but this guy is also cooking up my other teammates, so don't think it's cause I'm just trash that this point guard keeps scoring. Of course, when it comes to 2K, you really cannot stay comfortable. And eventually this game was tied up. At least I didn't walk away with a donut for a scoreboard, but this game was gonna come down to the last possession, and of course we had to keep the ball in Josh's hands. Oh, but Josh got that D-bomber. Oh, Josh came through in the clutch. Let's go.
Purple, red, dead redemption. Nigga, Josh in 4.
So that was 5 minutes and 30 seconds, and I'm getting 249 VC for that game. The second game definitely looked a lot easier on paper, but we were still able to come through in the clutch and take the win. And I got an even worse teammate grade. 223 VC for a C. No lie, if I was carrying the team, I would have way more VC. But when you're just starting off in this game and under a 70 overall, you're not going to be carrying shit. And for the last game in here, we definitely got our ass beat, but this could actually be really good for the testing because you're not going to win every single game, and learning how much VC you get for a loss is almost as important as what you get for a win. And I'm going to assume I'm going to get like not even 100 VC. Oh, nope, 115. I don't know. Doesn't seem like the best use of my time. And taking a look at the results, it took us roughly 16 minutes to finish 3 games with a total VC count of 587 VC, which is about 37 VC a minute. So if you want to run and have fun with your boys, go ahead and run the park. But if you think there is a payday coming your way, go and play something else. 2 out of 5 stars. Third on our list is the theater. And if you ask a handful of 2K players, some might say that theater is better than park. So the competition should be a lot more even, and the game should be quicker. But does that mean it's worth your time if you need a quick buck? Well, let's find out. And I already had a problem off the rip because we could not load into a theater game without getting an error code. Gonna have to dock some points there. Luckily, the casual court event was working, so that's what we went with. Starting the stopwatch for theater. Let's see how long these games take. The competition in the theater 100% looked more like my speed. It even gave me the confidence to try and facilitate with a 70 ball handle. On top of that, I'm not only scoring once, but also twice on the 3-point line. And the last one was for game. And I'm getting 311 VC. Okay, not bad, not bad. Doesn't really seem to be a clear advantage over park versus theater when it comes to VC getting, according to my scientific calculations. Once again, we were matched up pretty evenly according to our overall, but as for skill level goes, we were wiping the floor with these guys. I can't speak too much for the other team, but in the theater, I can tell you going against an even team feels very refreshing. And for 4 minutes and 45 seconds, we earned 249 VC. A little short on the VC front, but that game did take under 5 minutes to complete. But that's why we do 3-game testing around here. And for the third game, you know, at least we're staying consistent with the testing, getting our ass beat once again for the final game. But like I said, this can be really good for us. And for 4 minutes and 13 seconds of gameplay, we're getting 117 VCs. So for the results, for a total of 14 minutes and 45 seconds, we earned 677 VC, which is about 45 VC a minute. That's higher than Park, but not by much. 3 out of 5 stars. Number 4 on our list is the Pro-Am, and last year this took home the number 1 spot, but I was already deep into the game by that point, so who knows where it falls this year, because this is the only mode where you cannot play with randoms, and there is no skill-based matchmaking, so you could be a team full of 60 overalls going against Joe Knows in the black market. But is the VC this year worth getting curb stomped by high-ranking teams? Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and press go on the stopwatch and let's get it started here. For our first game, we are playing a team of 90 overalls, which is pretty much to be expected when looking into Pro-Am. Another thing to fully expect is a guard who has spent their entire first day learning combos in the my court. So if you want to deal with the zigzagging point guards all day, then Pro-Am is the mode for you. With no surprise whatsoever, we did end up taking an L for our first Pro-Am game. Absolute donut performance, but 288 VC for a loss in the Pro-Am. So I think that's the exact same amount I got for a win in theater and park. So far, Pro-Am looking pretty good. For the next game, on paper, it looks like we should be able to hold our own. Oh, but how wrong I was. Getting yet another ass whooping. And I knew playing in Pro-Am would be hard starting out, but damn, I was not expecting it to be this bad. Pro-Am, VC wise, could be good, but trying to get a win right now, especially as like a 70 overall. But we are getting 369 VC. You can rack up VC just by losing, I guess, but who really wants to go through that shit? For the last game, we really need to lock in because there is no way I can call this a true test without getting 1 win in here. Thank God this team was even worse than both teams combined, and Josh was able to put the game away with a 3, and we finally got a win in 3v3 Pro-Am. And for 5 minutes and 10 seconds, we got 423 VC. For the results, we played 15 minutes and 8 seconds and got a total of 1,080 VC, with 2 of those games being a loss, which is also about 72 VC every minute. For VC's sake, it's 5 out of 5, but if you're just starting out, I would have to give this like a 2 out of 5 stars for you, because if you're just now playing this game and you're going no money spent, I don't see how you're able to compete in here, honestly. Number 5 on the list is the Wreck. Now, this mode is notorious for having some of the worst randoms in the game, but for this test, we're going in with the squad, because I'm not dealing with that right now. Last year, the VC for Wreck was decent, but taking over 30 minutes to finish a game that pays the same as Pro-Am was definitely not the move, but maybe 2K switched things up for 2K26. The main reason I've been playing 3 games in other modes is because I wanted to give Rick a chance to at least compare itself to its counterparts and try to make this as scientific as possible. For the first game, competition wise, looked a little fair. Even though my guy was a 91 overall, after I saw that he was shooting below 30% from 3, I knew this would be a piece of cake for me. I even started the game off doing a little ISO work and pulling up with a step back 3 green. The timing in the Wreck felt really good. I mean, that no RNG really made me feel unstoppable, and even without upgrading any finishing, I was able to put points up in the paint. Unfortunately, even though the game felt really good, the game came down to the last possession, and this was one of the rare times that Josh failed me, especially since I was sitting here wide open in the corner. Well, that was unfortunate. That took 25 minutes and we got 615 VC. From 30 plus minutes down to 25, it's definitely a huge improvement, but I'm gonna have to hop into another one to make sure this game wasn't a fluke. dog. For the second game, the 2K gods are doing me right by putting a 75 overall on me. And this normal 2 step back was one of the best decisions I made with a low ball handle. And with the guy I'm guarding only being 6'4", I'm pretty much able to hit anything I want over him. Even the leaning threes were no match for the week 1 2K26 shooting. Luckily, this time around, the game didn't go all the way to the wire as we were able to breeze past this team, getting my first rec win. For 23 minutes of gameplay, we were getting 958 VC, which definitely confirms 2K has cut down a lot of the in-between times in games, allowing you to finish games a lot quicker. I'm even hitting rookie 3 this game, on a win this time I might add. So for 48 minutes of gameplay, I earned 1,573 VC, which is only 32 VC a minute, which is a lot lower than Park, Theater, and Pro-Am. So even though it felt like Rec was earning me a lot, in reality, it's one of the worst ways to earn VC in this game. But I still have fun in here. So 2 out of 5 stars for the VC, but 3 out of 5 because I actually had fun. The Open Runs is 2K's newest offline game mode they added this year, and it takes over what Chris Brickley did in last year's game. I did play in this mode in the first episode, but never really took it to the test, but it looks like it has the potential since the games are just the 21. There is also a badge boost and a daily reward of 500 VC for completing one game. So I'm gonna play a couple games in here and see just how much VC you get for completing a game and determine if 2K cooked up this year. The challenge for Open Runs this week is pretty simple. All I have to do is get 6 assisted baskets, and for 4 minutes of gameplay, we're not only earning extra badge progression, but 395 VC. And there's my 500 VC, so I think that's pretty cool. In the next game, it was more of the same, this time taking even less time, only around 3 minutes and 30 seconds to complete, and getting 436 VC, that's all I needed to see. For 7 minutes and 30 seconds of gameplay, I earned 831 VC, which is 110 VC every minute, making this by far the best VC method in the game. Definitely gotta give 2K a hand for putting this in the game. Great option for players who don't want to grind online for badges and VC. 5 out of 5 stars. Even though 2K completely screwed up my race of the week, they did add a new feature where there is matchmaking in the track, and I had to check it out. This mode allows you to play against anyone in the game and winners get 200 VC. Now, I don't expect this to be the best VC method, but it really just piqued my curiosity. Oh, we're just straight into it. Okay, bet. I'm gonna win this shit though. Best believe that. I'm not losing. Oh, why is he actually smoking my ass real quick? Hold on. Oh my God, I'm sucking so bad right now. There's not even a way of me being able to catch up to him. Like, what? Wait, if I do this, I'm gonna get 0 VC, aren't I? Sir, could you stop, sir? And I got fucking smoked. Great. Well, that's unfortunate. I did lose, so I got 0 VC for that. And yeah. Fuck this mode. For number 7 on our list, we have the Proving Grounds, and this is pretty much where all the sweats go to determine who is the best. In reality, 2K copied and pasted this over from last year's game, and they really made no incentive whatsoever to play it. But who knows, maybe 2K decided to up the amount of VC you get this year. Off rip, I could tell the difficulty in here was raised because nobody on our team could make a shot. Even though it looked pretty bad in the beginning, our team got into our Duffy and started to turn up. And by our team, I meant Josh. Even down to the last possession where we definitely should have lost, Josh was able to finish off the game with a midi. Oh, what the VC paying out looking like. If it's not looking immaculate, we're only playing 1 game of this. And it's not looking immaculate. So if you just feel like wanting some competition, go ahead. But if you're just now starting in this game, this is definitely going to be like 2 out of 5 rating for you for sure. And that game took 9 minutes too. No, okay, 1 out of 5 stars. Test 8 Streak Breaker. Now, even though this is technically a part of Park, this new feature they added into the game deserves a spot in itself. And for this next method, I actually have to go back to the park because 2K this year added that you get VC by breaking streaks in the park. Actually goes up a lot. As you guys can see, I can get 5,000 VC if I beat those guys on their streak. If you're actually good at this game, this could be a very lucrative option for you to get some very quick VC. So in my eyes, this is just like playing in the stage, except I don't have to worry about losing my own VC. After about 15 minutes of searching, we finally found somebody on a streak. And while waiting, these guys hit a 10-game win streak, which meant the bounty went from 2,500 up to 5,000, which made us even more determined to get a win in here. On paper, these guys look pretty good, but not so good that it looks impossible for us. These guys were definitely keeping this game as close as possible. Thank God for us, Josh was in his bag this game, and one bad pass by me nearly sold the entire game, allowing the game to get tied up. A couple back and forth threes turned this game into a battle of don't give up a three, with Josh taking the easy one in the paint, but Plasma inevitably gave up a three in the corner. So this last possession was a now or never situation. With the crab midi from Josh, we needed to clamp up on D, and lucky for us, the guards sold on the leaning three. For some reason, they decided to double team me coming down the court, leaving Josh wide open to end the game and break their streak. Streak breaker, baby! 5,000 VC. Fuck it, 5 out of 5 stars. Doing daily challenges isn't so much a test, but something you absolutely should be doing when starting this game off. Now, some challenges are easier than others, but doing your dailies and guest challenger at Street Ball are easy ways to make some quick VC. Now that I have determined the rec is the worst for VC and open runs is the best VC method in the game, it's time for a stress test. Oh yeah, I'm not like other YouTubers that claim you can get a certain amount of VC in a certain amount of time. I actually go out in the field and grind myself. And telling somebody to play a game mode over and over again is way easier said than done, so I'm gonna see just how many games of rec and open runs I can play in one sitting before I'm ready to call it quits. For the first game of rec, 2K really tried to stress me out putting an AI on me. Having an AI on you damn near feels like a corner death sentence, but in this game I was still able to put up buckets. This 3-pointer still out here with max purity, and we got the win pretty easy, earning 865 VC. Normally I would be out of it after one game, but with this shooting feeling smooth right now, I feel like I can really be in here for a hot minute. It makes it even better that we are bulldozing other teams right now. With 14,000 VC built up, I'm gonna up my midi to a 74, getting us to 71 overall. In the next game, I had my best performance so far, dropping a hot 19 points in a near 20-point win. But 2K saw I was having too much fun, so they put another AI on me. And this time, I was actually sentenced to the corner for most of the game, barely able to contribute, and we ended up losing. So gotta say, that was the last straw for me. So I was able to last 4 rec games in one sitting, which is 4 more than I thought I would last. Moving on to the open runs, these games only take about 3 to 4 minutes, and I knew I was gonna be able to run through them with no problem. And with the weekly reward of 2,500 VC just for scoring points, oh, trust me, I was gonna finish this. Hitting 200 points took less than 10 games to do with a big ass payout. And with the VC accumulated, I'm gonna max out the agility to an 80, and now I am a 72 overall. Now I know you guys are typing away in the comments saying that I forgot one of the best VC methods of the year, and yes, I've seen all the comments saying that endorsements for my career are actually really good this year. So for the last test, I'm gonna see if playing my career and grinding endorsements really is a great VC method for starting off in this game. Playing in my first my career game, it felt like I was already a vet out here, dropping a smooth 64 points and getting over 1,000 VC. And with that done, I'm able to see my endorsements, and yeah, I can see what you guys were talking about. There are a ton of endorsements with different tiers for each one. This merchandising one is definitely the best one to start off finishing because the challenges are very easy to do. All I have to do was play 2 open court games, with the first one giving me my daily 500 VC, and after the second, that was already an easy 1,000 VC earned from that endorsement. I also heard that finishing the Passion Project main quest can also give you a lot of VC. After running a ton of open court games, finishing challenges, I have about 15,000 VC, upping the ball handle and speed with ball to an acceptable level, and now I am a 73 overall. The merchandising deal told me to get 100 points and 2 double doubles to get 2,500 VC, and all I gotta say is say less. Even though in the next game I really didn't care about the assists, but at least it was enough to sign with Jordan, who looked the best for earning objectives fast. For my third game, I'm already in the starting lineup, which freed up my opportunity to get a double-double, also allowing me to complete the franchise player request. With 5,000 VC, I'm gonna up my speed with ball to get lightning launch to bronze, and now I am sitting at a 74 overall. And getting this double-double in the next game finished off the merchandising tier, giving me 2,500 VC. And tier 3 looked even even better, giving me 5,000 VC just for getting player of the game twice. And this State Farm objective is going to give me 500 VC just for getting 10 assists in the game. So I'm going to kill 2 birds with 1 stone in here. And I'm not going to lie, you guys were completely right when it came to my career this year. You can really run up a nice chunk of change for just playing a small handful of NBA games and completing challenges. So I would definitely have to give this 5 out of 5 stars. And after completing some more NBA games and more open court runs, earning VC for my Jordan endorsement, I'm maxing out my speed with ball to a 75. And now going back to these games that I am really tired of playing, but at this point that 5,000 VC is calling my name. And after finishing up these games with 8,000 VC, I'm gonna up my drive and dunk to a 70, and after doing all these tests I have finally hit 75 overall. And if you guys want to keep this series going, get this video to 1,000 likes and I got y'all.